Hello everyone, my name is Beckett and welcome back to the channel. And today in Division 2 is Vendor Reset, so we're going to be going through all the best picks, everything you should pick up before it goes away by the end of this week. And I'm not going to go through every stat value and every little piece. There's other channels who do that. We're just going to show you what you need to pick up and get through it. So I'm going to skip things if it's really not worth looking at, like New York. Already this week, it was a bust, guys. So we're going to go straight into DC. It was mid-tier rolls all around. We're also going to be stepping in. If I see something good for a recal library, I will let you guys know, because I know how it is when you're starting out and trying to refill that recal library. It sucks. But before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy the video, smash that like button. We're a small channel, but we post every day. So let's hop into this video. All right, we are at DC and we have the Chain Killer. Now this is the named Walker and Harris, and it comes with perfect headhunter. After killing the enemy with a headshot, your next weapon hit within 30 seconds deals an additional 150% of that killing blow's damage. Now the damage is capped, but you can raise it if you have headshot damage up above 150%. Now this is really good for marksman rifle builds. So if you're running a Mantis build, this would be a must, but this is honestly not that good of a roll, and you can find better rolls just farming out in the world. But if you don't have one and you're just want to make that Mantis build right away and go headshot all the way, you can pick this up and re-roll that repair skills for headshot. Otherwise, there's not much else going on at this vendor, so let's head over to the clan vendor. Alright, we're at the clan vendor and we have the Quiet Roar. This is a named LMG, comes with perfect overwhelm. Suppressing an enemy grants 12% weapon damage. This stacks up to 4 times. This is great because you're always suppressing people with the LMG. It didn't come with the best last attribute, critical hit damage, but it's not the worst. You can still make it work. You could re-roll that to a higher weapon damage for LMG, but honestly I would just prefer the Pestilence or go out and farm a better LMG out in the world. We also have the Hardwire Mask. This is a great set for beginners. Easy to get into legendary content with this set. We also have Striker Gloves. Now this is not a bad roll. 12.7% weapon damage and a 6% weapon handling. This is really good if you're going to be running a Striker LMG build. We have the Eclipse Protocol Mask, and this came with Skill Haste, 10.3%. And the last thing that was worth looking at was this Mark 46. We have 12% damage to target out of cover for LMG. Go ahead and pick that up if you do not have that for your recal library. Next, we are heading to the campus. Alright, we are at the campus vendor and we have the Darkness. This is the named marksman rifle. Comes with perfect eyeless, deals plus 25% weapon damage to blinded enemies. After 3 kills, applies blind to the next enemy you hit. Great if someone is running a blind build or you yourself are running a marksman blind build. Come with mid-tier rolls. Not totally worthless. It came with 8% damage to target out of cover. You could re-roll that marksman rifle damage and it would be salvageable. It's not the best roll, but it is definitely workable and can still put out a lot of damage. Other than that, we did not have a lot at the campus, and usually we don't. We had this Fenris with weapon handling and headshot damage, but it was a mid-tier. You could always re-roll that headshot damage for something, but honestly I would just skip on everything else at the campus. Alright, we are at the theater settlement and this guy never lets us down. We got Contractor gloves. Just buy this, ask questions later. This is the best in slot gloves for any red build. Comes with 8% damage to armor always. It also comes with 6% weapon handling and 10.8% weapon damage. Re-roll that weapon damage. The weapon handling is okay and is really great for LMG builds, but you can use this for AR, SMG. It works for any build. It does that much extra damage for those M1A builds. You cannot go wrong with these gloves. I suggest everyone at least have 1 pair. I have about 4 or 5. I like to use them for different builds, always have a different set. It's very nice. I do the same thing with my Fox Spur. If you go into my stash, you'll see about 3 or 4 different Fox Spur, 3 or 4 different Contractor gloves, Punch Drunk, all of those named items that are so good and you can make use in so many builds. We also have the ACS 12 and it came with 15% shock shotgun damage, pick that up for your recal library. Other than that, that's it for the settlements. We're going to move on to DZs. Alright, we're at DZ East and we have the Carnage, and it has a terrible roll but came with 15% LMG damage. And it comes with Perfect Sadist, dealing 25% extra weapon damage to bleeding enemies. After 3 kills, applies a bleed to the next enemy you hit. Like I said, this is just a bad roll, and I would steer away from this unless you need that LMG damage for your recal library. Now we have Negotiator's Dilemma. This is a great set, comes with weapon damage and critical hit damage. The weapon damage roll is not that great, so just re-roll to higher critical hit damage. This is a great set, and I always like to have a build around. It does a lot of work. If you can sit just about mid-range with the AR, it is tremendous. Now we have the Striker. This comes with critical hit damage 10.2% and 11% weapon damage. Not bad. Striker set is a great set. Other than that, that's all we have for DZ East, and now we are heading to DZ South. We have the Rail Splitter. This is the CTAR AR, and it came with mid-tier rolls, and the talent is perfectly accurate. You get plus 50% accuracy, and I think this is the only gun that you can get this talent on anymore. This is a really underrated talent. If you can get a great roll on this weapon, let's say max rolls with like a damage to armor, damage to target out of cover, this is a really good gun, and do not sleep on this. It's just hard to get because it is in the DZ. We also have Aces and 8 backpack, come with mid-tier rolls, 10.2 critical hit damage and 9.5 weapon damage. And we have the Eclipse Protocol chest, 7.3% skill damage. It's all around good set. It's that AoE dot damage build, and that's it for this vendor. Alright, we are at DZ West, and we have the Celebre, and it comes with mid-tier rolls, and the talent is perfect jazz hands plus 30% reload speed. Just skip past this until you find one with a better roll, or you just go in the DZ and start farming that. Other than that, we just have the gear sets, and we had Eclipse Protocol. Came with 8.6% status effects. Not a bad pick. Pick it up if you don't have something higher. And we have ongoing directives. I just don't know about this set sometimes. Sometimes it feels really good, and sometimes it feels really bad. Just doesn't feel good in close range, and I wish we could fix this because it would be a really fun build to play in a like run and gun scenario. 10.8% weapon damage and 8.5 Hasbro. And I believe we had, oh yeah, so we have these gloves, and they come with 10% explosive resistance. If you need that for your recal library, pick it up. That's all we have for the vendors today. Yeah, not that great of rolls, but we had the Contractor gloves, so go ahead and go pick that up. And if you're looking for more builds, tutorials, know more about the game, go ahead and check out videos. I should have a box. Just go ahead and click it, click that sub, and I'll see you next time.